I'm Dr. Ahmed Subair, Assistant Professor in Neurology at MES Medical College, Kerala. So we have on board with us Dr. Rohin Duba. He had secured actually Nimhans rank 2. So Rohin, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello, sir. Hello, hi. Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for introducing me. So, I did my MBBS in Raichur Institute of Medical Science. So, in my college, ours was the first batch in our college. It's a government medical college in Raichur, Karnataka. Then, post MBBS, I did my PG in Mysore Medical College. Nearly for 1.5 years, I worked as senior resident. And then, while working, I was giving exam. So, then actually I felt that while working it's very difficult to give 100% for the preparation. So then I thought that I should take a break and then I should sit and start studying very seriously, because nowadays it's not like earlier, like 2 3 years back, nobody was very much serious about the DM preparation and all. So now everybody is oriented and everybody is preparing for DM preparation right from the second year. So it has become a very tough competition. If you feel like you will work and then simultaneously you will study, it's really very rarely people get through that. So I thought it was the best decision, so that I can leave work and then sit and study so that I can crack DM neurology exam.
Yes, as you have rightly said, actually mixing work with studying is very difficult task. Some people who multitask may able to manage it. Point you said was that like second year we start the studies usually. So if you are doing a DM, MD in pediatrics or MD in medicine and you are interested in neurology, the ideal time is to start in the second year. First year you will be busy with your basic academic work. Second year you'll get your free postings or postings where like neurology posting, cardiology, gastro, etc. You'll get. You have time to think actually, and trying to, this is the first step you can make then. But once you have finished, I think, as you said, if you are working, if you are doing your SRship, nothing can be done. Residentship, you cannot do anything. You cannot stop it and start preparing. But once you have finished and you are into this profession of like being a doctor, being a physician, then if you really want to be a neurologist, you should stop and think. Maybe at least 6 months. I guess like 6 months would be in between time, right, Rohan?
Yeah,
What do you think? 6 months at least, or
okay.
should we take 1 year? 1 year actually
No,
will.
no. Actually, 1 year is too much, sir.
Yeah.
See, I'll tell you how I went through. I'll tell you my journey during the preparation. So when I decided that I'll leave job and I'll sit and study, it was a tough call to take, sir, because leaving job with a salary and then sitting and studying, that too after completion of MD, it's really a tough call to take. But actually, I had good support from family and all. Then my mom told that you sit and study, no issues. Then I took a call to sit and study. So then my preparation, basically it started from March. So keeping in mind that the exam will be at the end of June or July first week, so my preparation started from March. But even though I was in touch post MD, even though I was in touch with the preparation, I was going through MCQ books, I was reading for like every exam, whichever exam was there, I was giving the exam, but while working. So it was not like 100% effort. It was like working also and studying also. So every exam I had given, but by then when I left job and I thought I have to study completely, I have to dedicate myself towards this preparation. Then I joined some coaching institute. Okay, and that helped me really. The preparation started right from then, sir. Actually, from March it started. My preparation started. I was attending classes regularly, and that kept me oriented towards the preparation. And they would cover from specialty books also, and that was really helpful. And further, see, during preparation, definitely the person will be alone only. So, but it will be really helpful when you have a good support from a few friends who are preparing. So, in this way, we had a group, neurology group, WhatsApp group. One of my friend from Delhi, Saurabh, he added me actually. So that group, it was the most active group, sir. I have seen many neurology groups for preparation, but none of the people would post there. But this group was so active. We would keep schedules. We would put schedules for a month, and regularly, compulsorily, we used to post there, and many people were active there, and so many questions we used to post, the references we used to post, and actually that kept us in like preparation. But simultaneously, what happened was exam didn't happen in June. So when somebody is preparing from March and June, July, exam is not there, and that was indefinite postponement. It was actually a difficult time, sir, because see, a person can keep in mind a target and he can prepare, but when that exam is only not there and you're not sure when the exam is going to, you will lose the seriousness.
Yeah.
But during that time, we had a very good support from the friends, especially Dr. Siva from Andhra, Dr. Rizwan, okay, and Dr. Preetham. He's doing neurology in AIMS. So these people were definitely, they were like motivating. We all of us, we were motivating each other to for our preparation, and that was the time wherein Siva added me to one group, neurology group, which was yours, which was started from you, and those modules and or whatever questions tests were there, MCQ tests every day, Harrison based tests were there, and those actually motivated us, because that was the crunch time wherein we were losing interest towards the preparation. We were feeling like we don't know so much we have studied till now, but right now we are not sure of the exam, when is the date, we don't know. But during that time, you actually, from where you entered, we don't know, sir, but definitely you came as like a messenger. You really helped us a lot. That was a selfless help which you did. Nobody would do, sir. I'll tell you, I can challenge here that none of the people, no one can do whatever you have done, that too for free of cost. You didn't expect a single penny from anybody, but you dedicated yourself. You really put so much efforts, and the questions which you used to prepare from Harrison, that was too good. That was too good, and those actually helped us in fine tuning our preparation, because we were preparing so much, but at the end, when exam is not there, we were getting depressed. But at that time, you came up with the questions which were not there in most of the MCQ books. You were creating MCQs which were from Harrison, but they were not in MCQ books. So that really pushed us for the preparation, and that motivated us, and that kept us in track till the exam. And that was really helpful, sir. I really thank you for all the selfless efforts which you have put towards our preparation.
Oh, then I'll tell you a secret, Rohin. Actually, I did not, it's not selfless. I was a bit selfish. Actually, I wanted to learn, I wanted to read Harrison and actually some parts of Bradley myself, because it's a long time I had read the book, and these Corona leaves were coming. Na? Corona, so many leaves I got. So I thought I'll make use of it. And one of my friends has asked me to make questions for his app. Actually, an app is their tackle. So he asked me like whether we can teach neurology. So I thought I'll start building up questions. So I think I must have read about 5 to 6 times the neurology part of Harrison, and Bradley definitely I have read in during my DM. So the problem with the MCQ books I saw was that it was just giving the word by word things. Okay, word by word things are being asked in the exams, but that everyone usually will be able to solve once you read. But the other questions which were coming in the exams, when I looked into the pattern, and in Nimhans and all other exams, institutes, I had called the people who were already joined, some staff there also who were like to get the whole idea of what was there in their mind. So from that I picked up and was able to make questions, and I think I, almost most of them come on something related to that has come in the corresponding like exams during that time. So the thing is that Harrison, as you said, is the basics of
Yeah,
preparation for neurology. There is no doubt about it. Whatever you say, Harrison is the basic of preparation.
yeah,
And if your basic is strong, you can build on with actually Bradley. And that is actually the learning part. Then after that, we actually, after learning, we try to solve the questions to get into this MCQ modes. So if you
yeah,
remember, I would have said every time, whenever you do the question, keep it in a exam oriented atmosphere, not in a mobile phone, rather than it in a laptop, because you get the feel of that exam, because in the computer lap desktop in your friend, and doing it in the time limit and all. Initially, I was not that I was not technologically so much educated to give you in a proper format now, which I am giving. Previously, we had Google Forms. You remember, we had put the questions in the Google Forms. So that's what I was telling. And one more thing you pointed out, the very important thing was that regarding the groups. So if you have a good group, and if you have an organized teacher, organized teaching material, as you said, you had joined a coaching group. That are actually excellent ways to have an organized learning pattern once you start. So in the beginning itself, you better go to an organized learning group. Side by side, you have your friends, good friends who will get you up when you are down, support you in every way. That is kind of selfless activity which is needed at this hour when you start preparation. So that is two important points you have said. Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
and then actually you started your preparation and NEET was delayed. NEET came. So we had been talking from that time itself, I suppose. So you were messaging me some doubts regarding some questions. I remember if in the chat.
Yeah.
And NEET came, and NEET was actually a total mess. I think this NEET was actually. So how do you feel? How did you feel when you approached the NEET exam? How did you feel after it? And how did you feel when the results came? Uh, can you just
Okay.
tell me?
Yeah, yeah. Sir, actually, I had given exams before of this NEET as well as Nimhans also. So always I used to feel that these Central Institute exams are really very difficult to crack. And NEET is relatively better. There are a lot of good opportunities in NEET. You can, even if you study a little, you can crack. I was thinking like that. That thought was there. But and keeping that in mind only, we had put maximum efforts, like for preparation. I actually was studying only one MCQ book, that is Ajay Mathur, which everybody studies, Ajay Mathur. And what method I followed was, I used to MCQs from Ajay Mathur. Immediately I used to open Harrison in my iPad, and then I used to go through the Harrison whole chapter, and I would have marked the important things and I would go through that. But one good thing which and good habit which I had was, immediately after going through the Harrison of this same topic I used to go through in Bradley also, in the same iPad. So here I used to like add points whichever are missed out from Harrison. So this method I followed for almost every chapter, and every time when I read the when I was revising this MCQ book, every time I used to do the same thing. Like immediately after finishing the chapter, I used to open Harrison as well as Bradley. In that way, it was like a quick revision for me. And whatever we study, like after 1 month, 1.5 month, if we open the MCQ book, those seems like new only. So revision time, it is every time it seems like new only. So it has to be like consistent prepare consistently. We have to study till the day of exam, sir, with a good amount of revision. Then only it will definitely help us. But this time what happened was, NEET exam, it was totally unexpected. Usually what happens is, during our preparation we study adult neurology, and because the recent patterns exams recent exam patterns are changing, so a lot of pediatric neurology questions they ask. So we will definitely focus on pediatric neurology, so we will be preparing pediatric neurology also. So but this time when we went for exam NEET, it was in general medicine part, almost like 50% questions were from general pediatrics, and most of the question in neurology part was pediatric neurology. It was like total bounce. I felt like it was a total bouncer, but still I felt like I did decently, because we had been preparing so much. And just before NEET, you had put a schedule modules for like 30 days, almost a good amount of questions you also had put from Harrison, as well as after that you put some 3 mock tests also, 60 marks neurology. Those were like very good. And when I gave exam, I was like, okay, I'll get a decent rank. Definitely, I was expecting a decent rank. But what I did was, immediately after NEET, like immediately after NEET, we had next Nimhans exam after 15 days. So I didn't wanted to waste time, because I always dreamt of getting into Nimhans. And then I started my preparation the next day only for Nimhans, without worrying much about the results of this NEET. But the thing was, many people were discussing questions of NEET, and so many they were coming up with the answers and all. But that actually is a very much distracting thing, which we should not do if at all we have a upcoming exam nearby. But that thing, I withheld my emotions seeing all those questions, and I was getting wrong answers. Still I was like, "Oh, it's okay, still if I study for next like 13 14 days, it's just a revision, that would be a revision for next 14 15 days, and I can give Nimhans exam very decently." So I continued that, and when NEET results was announced, it was just 2 days before Nimhans. So I was very firm that I will not see the results till Nimhans exam. But I couldn't control, and I actually checked the results. So it had come as 95, sir. It was a total disappointment, because 95, it's a good rank, but to get a seat in government medical college, I would get in like most of the colleges. But then I was expecting a much better rank for that, for the preparation. So then I thought, it's okay, we'll see. Anyhow, I'm gonna attend counseling, and somewhere I'm gonna get the seat in NEET. So it's a good opportunity for me to give Nimhans exam. So after 2 days, I went and gave Nimhans exam. But during this 15 days period, you had kept Nimhans mocks also. So one Nimhans mock was there of 100 marks, and one more was like for 50. So then that actually in Nimhans mock, whatever score I got, I think I got 78% in your mock, both the mocks.
Yeah,
One mock I got 80%, and the other mock I got 78%. Those questions were really very good, sir. They were like very standard. It was like exam standard question. Nobody can like it was not like just a test. It was like a standard exam which we gave. And I should tell you, when I gave Nimhans exam, my score was 80. So you can just see the standard of questions which you had prepared.
yeah,
So I felt like I am into the track, and when I got the Nimhans score, I felt like 80 score is very good score. We'll see. Let's hope for good. And luckily, I got rank 2, sir, in Nimhans.
yeah. I remember you calling me immediately after the exam. The score was announced, right? Uh, like
Yeah,
whether any other people have got good scores other than you from our group.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah. Actually, Nimhans exam last 3 years, the highest exam will be usually tough, sir. Nimhans exam, the highest scores usually will be between 65 to 70 in Nimhans exam.
yeah,
But when I got 80,
mm,
I was pretty happy.
yeah,
When I was pretty happy, but deep in my heart, I was like, if I have scored 80, someone else would might have also scored, and that was the thought which I was having. And till the results, it was there that somebody else would might have also scored some good score. But I got a second rank. I was very happy for that, sir.
Rohin, so it was nice, yeah, like you in on board giving the advices to all the future aspirants, especially Nimhans is an esteemed institution and getting into it is a big deal. You have cracked it,
Yes,
but I'll suggest you continue this. Actually, you continue your process of studying even
yes,
after this. It's a new journey. Never think that you
yes,
have achieved it. Like whatever you get from the Nimhans, you have to use it in your future. That's my piece of
yeah.
advice to you. So
Yes,
give your best, and I expect that we'll be keeping in touch and helping others also in the due process in the coming year.
yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for all the support which you have been for the last few months. And I think you should continue the good work which you are doing. And definitely will be in touch, sir.
Yeah, I'm planning to do, and it was not that organized, but I'm by
Thank you so much. Thank you
by
so much.
viewers. By
Yeah,
okay. Study well all
yeah.
the best, everyone.